The additions to Daniel, Prayer of Azariah, Susanna, and Bel and the Dragon. The book of Daniel is one of the most well-known prophetic books of the Old Testament, revered for its apocalyptic visions and steadfast faith in the face of adversity. However, certain sections of Daniel, known as the additions to Daniel, namely the Prayer of Azariah, Susanna, and Bel and the Dragon, are included in the Septuagint and Catholic Bibles but are absent from the Hebrew Masoretic text and Protestant Bibles. These additions offer deeper insights into faith, justice, and divine intervention, and their connections to the Torah remain profound. The Prayer of Azariah. This addition occurs within Daniel 3, in the midst of the well-known story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being thrown into the fiery furnace by King Nebuchadnezzar. Azariah, Abednego, offers a beautiful prayer of confession and faith while in the flames, acknowledging Israel's sins, reaffirming God's justice, and pleading for divine mercy. Connection to the Torah. Azariah's prayer aligns with the themes found in Deuteronomy, particularly in passages where Israel's disobedience leads to punishment, yet repentance can restore God's favor. Deuteronomy 30 verses 1-10. It also reflects the prayers of Moses and other patriarchs who interceded for Israel in times of crisis. The story of Susanna. This narrative tells of a righteous woman, Susanna, who is falsely accused of adultery by two corrupt elders. Facing an unjust death sentence, she cries out to God for deliverance. Daniel, through divine wisdom, exposes the lies of the accusers and saves her from execution. Connection to the Torah. Susanna's story echoes the Torah's strong stance on justice and righteous judgment. Deuteronomy 19 verses 16-19. The principle of fair trials and the condemnation of false witnesses reflect the legal and moral foundations laid out in the Mosaic Law. Bel and the Dragon. This edition includes two stories that demonstrate the folly of idolatry. In the first, Daniel exposes the deception behind the worship of Bel, a Babylonian idol. In the second, he slays a dragon that the Babylonians worship, proving that it is not divine. These accounts further depict Daniel's unwavering faith in the one true God and his willingness to confront religious corruption. Connection to the Torah. The Torah repeatedly condemns idolatry, warning Israel against following false gods. Exodus 20 verses 3-5, Deuteronomy 4 verses 15-19. Daniel's actions mirror those of figures like Moses and Elijah, who opposed idol worship and upheld God's supremacy. The themes from these editions remain relevant in modern society. Faith amid persecution. Just as Azariah and his companions trusted God in the fiery furnace, believers today face trials of faith in various forms, from religious persecution to personal hardships. The lesson is clear: faithfulness to God can sustain us through any adversity. Justice and truth. Susanna's story serves as a reminder of the importance of truth and integrity in legal and societal systems. In a world where corruption and false accusations still exist, standing for justice remains a crucial virtue. Discernment against deception. The tales of Bel and the Dragon warn against blind allegiance to false ideologies and deceitful leadership. In an era filled with misinformation, critical thinking and reliance on divine wisdom are essential. The removal of these sections from certain biblical canons was largely due to textual tradition. The Hebrew Masoretic text, which became the standard for Jewish scriptures, did not include these passages, possibly because they were originally composed in Greek rather than Hebrew or Aramaic. Theological considerations. The Protestant Reformation emphasized the Hebrew Bible as the authoritative Old Testament, leading to the exclusion of these editions, which were preserved in the Septuagint, the Greek translation of Hebrew scriptures. Historical authenticity. Some scholars debated their origins and whether they were later additions rather than part of the original book of Daniel. The additions to Daniel, the Prayer of Azariah, Susanna, and Bel and the Dragon, offer powerful lessons of faith, justice, and discernment that resonate deeply with both the Torah and contemporary struggles. Whether included in one's canon or not, their messages remain invaluable. They remind us to stand firm in faith, uphold truth and righteousness, and reject falsehoods in all forms. Regardless of denominational differences, these stories continue to inspire and teach, proving that God's wisdom and justice endure beyond textual divisions.